Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I have been spending a lot of time watching the Halloween films the last couple of weeks. I sort of kept watching all the documentaries and specials and things that just kept dragging out. Normally I watch the Halloween films on Halloween, and it normally takes a day or two, and I watch some things afterwards, some special features. But this time I felt like I had to do the whole thing, and it just a few more things each day just dragged out for 2 weeks. But I wanted to review the films, and I did watch the I don't know what to call it, the last trilogy, and I had only seen the third film once last year, and I hadn't really been able to really view them together really, and this time I did watch all three in a row, and it is interesting. I mean, the more you find out, the more interesting it is. I did like the first film, not the original, but the first film in this trilogy. But they did lie to us. They did say it's the final confrontation. It's her basically, getting back, her power and all this stuff. And Jamie did a good job of marketing it. It was really successful. But ultimately they lied. She doesn't kill Michael. Initially they didn't know. And when they were filming it, they thought that's what they were going to do. But once they found out they were going to do a sequel, they were supposed to be filming 2 back to back. So the first 2 were written together, which really shows. And then production was stalled because of the you-know-what in 2020, and it's a lot of drama. And eventually they got back into it, and they wrote this third film, and it's really bizarre to see David Gordon Green, whatever his name is, explaining how the first film is Laurie's story, the second story is Karen's story, and the second film is, I've forgotten the name of Laurie's, is that the name of the actress or the name of the character? I can't remember. But then that's like her story. I think it's Allison. That's her story. But it doesn't really work. Basically, they just set up a trilogy, which is supposed to be beginning, middle, end, and they just threw out whatever was supposed to be the end, or they never had an end. They never really wrote a third part. They just wrote the first 2. And if the first film was successful enough, they had different endings, they were going to just go into the second one. So yeah, it's just the third film. God, it's just like they decided to do a romance movie in the middle of everything, and everything they set up in the first 2 films just disappears and is forgotten about. And Laurie is kind of, she's not secondary, but she's sharing the screen with this love story between Allison and this Corey character. And I think the guy did a good job acting, but there's so many things about the film that don't work. Seeing Michael hiding in a sewer, seeing Michael being overwhelmed and beaten and having his mask taken by Corey and stuff like that is fairly unforgivable. Some people are saying it does work as its own on a film, but if you look at it as a sequel or part of the trilogy, it doesn't really work. I'm not sure how much it really works. It really is just strange. It's like I said, they threw everything away and just decided to do a romance with one of the other characters and make, Laurie's character sort of, Jamie Lee's character, Laurie, kind of pointless. And it's just, by the time you get to the actual fight between her and Michael and it's the end, it's anticlimactic. You're kind of checked out because you've everything's been thrown away and you've been taken into the world of this girl and this guy she's fallen for, and that's what most of the film is about. There are some issues under there and some things that they're exploring, but first film great, kind of misleading. Second film I really enjoyed it. A lot of political people had issues with it because they felt that it was making a comment on the insurrection, when really it was actually written and filmed before that actually happened. So it's nothing to do with that. He just was seeing things that were coming, things yet to come. But I did like the idea of communal horror and everyone being aware of Michael, and it wasn't just one person in a house sort of wandering around. It was really big, and the idea that fear and anger turned people into monsters and created the mob. I thought that was a really good story and interesting, and far more interesting than the original second film where Laurie was just stuck in a hospital the whole time because she was injured, I was shocked they fell in the same track and ended up with an injured star character, and they didn't know how they're going to deal with it because they hadn't planned to actually do a trilogy in the first place. They managed to write 1 and 2 together and they work, but the third one just has no relationship really to the film, and the idea of it being a trilogy is a bit of, just doesn't work. So that's sort of my review on the I just call it the 2018 Halloween, so the 2018 series or trilogy. Yep. I don't have anything else to say about it. It just started off well, had a good middle, and then just threw away the ending for I don't know what they were trying to do. But yeah, I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.